Round 2, fight!
Hello and welcome. Today I'm adding Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Like all Capcom games on Evercade systems, it is locked to hardware. In this case, the original version of the EXP and the Capcom Super Pocket. Now, the Evercade Alpha Street Fighter Edition also has Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Now, I don't have the Street Fighter Evercade Alpha, so I have played all the editions around elsewhere and have them elsewhere as well. So I'm just going to incorporate all the Street Fighter 2 variations into this one video. I decided that just while doing this audio. Hence the beginning saying about hyper fighting. I'm also going to format this a bit differently from my usual ranking list videos because, well, yeah, it's Street Fighter 2. What can I say about Street Fighter 2 that hasn't been said already? So for my personal journey with Street Fighter 2, I first played it in the arcades the year it was released. And I absolutely loved it. I had played the original Street Fighter on the Spectrum beforehand, and I'd also played Human Killing Machine, the pseudo-sequel made by the same devs, Teatex, who did the port of Street Fighter on the Spectrum. I can't remember if I played that before or after Street Fighter 2, I can't remember when it came out, to be fair. Either way, they weren't all that good, but they did lay the foundation of my interest for Street Fighter 2. But of course, it was a whole different league. It was absolutely fantastic. And when it was announced to be coming out on the Super Nintendo, me as a Mega Drive owner was a bit disappointed, so I had to buy a Super Nintendo just to play Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 was a proper gaming obsession for me, and I picked up almost every edition that came out for consoles. Well, for the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo anyway. I mastered it with every single character and beat it with every single character and every single difficulty. I consider myself something of a Street Fighter 2 master. Probably not in the scheme of things, but I was pretty damn good at it just from playing it so much. Not that you'll see this in the gameplay here, I'm quite rusty at it, and yeah, anyway. And it's also safe to say that I did burn out on Street Fighter. Not on Street Fighter 2 or the Alphas. Even the 3D ones, the Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha, Omega, Gamma, Delta editions. My interest did wane, and come Street Fighter 4 I really got into that and did the same thing with that one. But by the time the Super Street Fighter 4 edition came out and then later Street Fighter 5, I just lost all interest. To date, I've still never played Street Fighter 5 or 6, but I'm going off topic because this is just about Street Fighter 2. What I want to lay the groundwork is on the Evercade. I haven't really played them that much. To be fair, I only have one on the Evercade hardware because, as I mentioned, I don't have the Street Fighter Alpha. But all this is to say that I'm very familiar with the Street Fighter games, and there's probably not much point me giving a detailed review per game, so I'm largely just going to rank them. Starting with Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, and this I believe was the first revision of Street Fighter 2, adding the boss characters as playable characters. It still has the speed of the original Street Fighter 2 and doesn't have a huge amount in the way of tweaks, but there are some. While it is still a classic, the speed does make it a bit harder to go back to. I guess I've just gotten more used to the faster, more fluid gameplay of later editions. But to place it on my ranking list, I'm going to put it above Shock Troopers but below Cannon Fodder. And please note this is marked down because there are better versions of the same game. It's at 44 out of 370 whatever games that I've ranked so far. Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting apparently was a response to hacked versions of the Champion Edition. It upped the speed, has some mechanical refinements and balancing, and I believe it is widely considered to be the best version of the original Street Fighter 2. I don't recall if I ever played this in the arcades back in the day, but I did play the various console ports of Street Fighter 2 with the extra speed and everything. Playing it now, yeah, it's still Street Fighter 2, it's got the speed, it's a classic game, what's not to like, and yeah, it is better than the Champion Edition. So ranking it, decided to place it above Top Racer but below Arcus Odyssey, placing it at 34 out of 370 whatever games that I've ranked so far. Again, this is ranked down somewhat from what I really feel because there are better versions of the same game, which I might as well get onto with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which saw the addition of 4 more characters, The addition of super moves, new music, new graphics and presentation, new moves. Yeah, it's safe to say I think it is the best version of Street Fighter 2 that is on the Evercade, and possibly the best version. I sometimes forget how many different iterations there were. Ranking it, I decided to place it above Batsugan but below Truxton, placing it in number 18 out of 370 whatever games that I've ranked so far. Again, this is marked down a bit because there are better Street Fighter games on the Evercade, which is the alphas obviously. I might as well include them in this video, which I didn't originally intend to. I'll start off with the original Street Fighter Alpha, which I did play back in the day, and I liked it. I wasn't so impressed with the lineup as the other earlier Street Fighter games, or Street Fighter 2, and it didn't have the most impressive roster. New, slightly more cartoony visual style and smoothness of animation and gameplay. Yeah, it beats it on gameplay, but again, I just wasn't so keen on the character roster overall. Ranking it, I decided to put it above Tumble Pop but below Top Racer, placing it at 36 on my ranking list. Street Fighter Alpha 2 was largely more of the same, but with a larger roster and some tweaks here and there. There's no getting away from it, it's a fantastic fighting game. So placing it on my ranking list, I decided to put it above Samurai Showdown 2 but below Truxton 2, placing it at 14 on my ranking list. And again, it is marked down a little bit because of Street Fighter Alpha 3, which has an even larger roster, a variety of game modes, choosing between your X-isms, your A-isms and what have you, slightly more flashy visuals, generally just more all round. It is, in my eyes, the definitive Street Fighter Alpha game, and to rank it, if it was on an Evercade cartridge, it very likely would take the top spot, but it's not. And while it is a fantastic game, it is locked to hardware, and I just can't put it at the top spot. I decided to put it above the Sword of Iana, but below Metal Slug 3, placing it 8 on my overall ranking list of every Evercade game ever. That's as someone who is a huge fan of the series and has massive amounts of nostalgia for them. Anyway, while I was getting footage for this video, I decided to play some of Street Fighter the movie, the arcade game. Now, I did play I think it was PlayStation version years ago, and obviously it was pretty bad, but this is the first time that I've ever played the arcade one, and wow, it's rubbish. So you have some footage of that because, well, it made me laugh how bad it was. Anyway, that's everything for this video. The ranking list, placing all these games on it, will be scrolling up the screen for the next couple of minutes. But that's it from me, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.